I'll try to do this in one sitting. I'll be honest with you. If your art isn't selling online, it's probably not because of your talent. It's probably how you think about selling art. And these are some cold, hard truths that I'm about to tell you that no one else tells you. But before we get to that, hi, my name's Ed. And if you survived 2025 as a creative, congratulations. Like, seriously. Last year was absolutely brutal. Brutal! I'm not talking about character building or learning experience, brutal. Across platforms, across markets, across motivation, kind of brutal. It was just scorch earth, okay? Why? The question is why? Not because you can't make money in art. The truth is, if you are an art seller, your primary market is going to be USA. What happened last year in Q3? Q3 being the tail end of the year, the last 3 months. That's where you make your more sales. If you were selling art outside of America, like, I'm in England, so 80% of my work goes to America and Australia. Those tariffs kicked in at the wrong time, Q3. What happened in the UK? All postal services just stopped shipping everything to America. I was sweating. But here I am, 2026, baby. I am a sucker for pain. Anyway, a bit about me. I am the proprietor, oh God, it's so fancy, of Ed's Watercolors. I am really easy to find. Just Google me. The links are in the description. I am everywhere. So I do have a track record. I have proof, basically, that this is what I do. I've been in this game for a long time, 15, maybe 16 years. And in that time, I've been lucky to make a name for myself. I've carved out a little niche, primarily based on what I paint. And that's very important. But that's not the subject of this video. All right. But I've been here long enough to see trends come and go, platforms come and rise and collapse, artists quit. And it's not because they were good. Weren't good. What am I saying? I'm leaving all the bloopers in, okay? This is bootstrap season, all right? It's not because they weren't good. It's because no one taught them how to think like a business owner. So my background is I'm a financial accountant. So I come from a very structured setting. I understand finance, I understand business structure, so that's kind of helped me. But last year was so brutal. God damn it, I've just decided to reinvent myself as a YouTuber. Why? Because as I was struggling, I just went online to see what was out there, what I could do different. And like art, it's all about spotting a gap in the market. I realized a lot of YouTubers are liars. They just lie. You have a lot of people telling you how to sell art. Never sold a piece of art. So this is not one of those, make 10 grand in a month. I don't know how to make £500 a day selling art or this or that or the other. There's so many of those videos. I don't know anything about that kind of thing. But what I do know is how to sell art. So if you're new here, welcome. I'm new as well. So this is the first video in this series. I'm going to do a series on how to go from $0 to $1. That's it. All right, just $0 to $1. And once you get to that point, you can just multiply. All right. How do we do that? It starts with a mindset. So imagine this, right? You're an artist, maybe watercolor, I don't know, graphic design, portraits, acrylics, digital, it doesn't matter. You have a pile of work. Over the years, you've amassed a huge collection of artwork. Some's good, some is awesome, but it's just sitting there. Or maybe it's not even you. It could be your sister, your brother, your grandma with serious skills. But she thinks, I don't know, Instagram is some type of motivation, right? They want to start an online business, and this is where things usually go wrong. Mindset mistake number 1, thinking talent equals sales. Let's get this out the way. Talent does not equal sales. I'll say that again. Talent does not equal sales. The internet does not reward skill. It rewards visibility, clarity, and consistency. I'll say that again. Consistency. You have to show up every day. I know a lot of artists some really good artists who are broke. And then you have mid artists who are killing it out here. It's not fair. Well, who says life's fair? That is what it is. Those mid artists are showing up every day, putting the work in. For them, it's a it's a volume game. You know, the more you have out there, the more likely you're going to sell. So, yeah, talent does not equal sales. You need to show up. Otherwise, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. These are just called hard truths. No one tells you this. I mean, people just lie all the time. It's nonsense. Mistake number 2, the fear of selling. The funny thing is, a lot of artists think selling art is actually dirty. It feels like, you're begging, you're annoying people, you're betraying your creativity. But selling art's not selling out. You're not asking for a favor. You have to look at it this way. You're offering value. Because people spend money on nonsense all the time. So why wouldn't people spend money on art? Lesson 3, taking rejection personally. As an artist, you have to be like super thick-skinned. Most people won't buy your art, ever. That's not rejection, they're smart. If you sell 2 out of 100, if 2 out of 100 people buy your art, that's not failure, that's just a business model. You're not being judged, you're just filtering. All right? Artists who survive understand this. You don't take no personally, otherwise you are in trouble, and that is emotional spiral. So you need to detach your ego from your sales numbers. Sales are just data. It's not a personality test. Lesson 4, waiting to feel ready. Now this is the killer. This is a killer. Waiting to feel confident is how careers die quietly. Professionals show up tired. Non-professionals wait for inspiration. The thing is, momentum creates motivation. It does, not the other way around. You don't become confident and then act. You act and then confidence catches up. All right. You just have to bootstrap. Kind of like me, right, with my YouTube channel. I don't even have a mic. It's just a guy. I'm just talking at my phone. My phone is patched onto an Xbox box. I mean, if I had to wait, if I'm sitting around waiting to buy a mic, a camera, etc., I'll never start. It just won't start. Okay, so you just need to roll the dice and figure it out as you go along, and that is the best way to do it. Okay. Lesson 5: price it like you mean it. Now I'll give you an example. If you go to my Ed's Watercolors gift shop on Etsy, I sell greeting cards for £6. Now that's a lot of money. What's that? $8? You think, oof, who's paying $8 for that? That little shop of mine is what kept me going last year. Because people buy. If you're offering something unique, something different, and price it right, people will buy because they attach price to value. So I suppose I say all that to say, the real shift is at some point you have to stop thinking like someone who makes art and start thinking like someone who runs an art business. That doesn't that doesn't kill creativity. It protects it, actually. You put systems in place. These systems give you freedom. You have a structure, it gives you longevity. Romanticizing struggle sounds nice until that rent is due. You need to do what you need to do. Now, why am I doing this series, I suppose? That's the question in all this. Why am I doing this? I'm not here to sell dreams. I'm not here to promise this, that, or the other. But I've been in this game a long time. And I kind of know what I'm doing. Although having said that, I mean, I have made so many mistakes. And I'm sure I'm going to make a few more. But I've learned a lot as well. But I think the key lesson I've learned in all this is, if your mindset is off, if you are not locked in, right, ready to grind, nothing else matters. You're just spitting in the wind. So anyway, that is my fast lesson, mindset. Next lesson will be, I think this is what a lot of people really want to know. What sells? Let's see you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, if you need help, guidance, or anything, just go to my website and go to the chat box and just drop me a message. I'll reply. I keep an eye on my website because I'm trying to make a living. Or just drop a comment and I'll reply again. I'm new to this, so you're catching me cold. But once I blow up, ooh, I will be so snobby. Anyway, enough of that. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in. My goal is to have 1 subscriber. That is it.